Yo, 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 what is up? What is up, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day on this Friday night. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas, by the way. I hope everyone enjoyed the holiday. We didn't stream, obviously, on Tuesday night because of Christmas Eve, so that was obviously not going to happen. I don't want to put anybody through that, and I'm not gonna lie, I want to relax that day. Obviously, we're we're kind of at our stretch right now. We have no choice but to accept the facts that Kenny Pickett will be starting on Sunday. It is not official yet, but it's most likely going to happen. But on top of everything, okay? But on top of everything, Kenny Pickett has a fucking rib injury. Okay. Just kind of nuts. Um, and he's playing pretty much partially hurt this game. So that's where we're at. Shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this live stream. So definitely go check them out if you guys haven't. Appreciate it so much. Say to everybody in the chat, what's going on, guys? Let's go here. Hold on one second. What's going on, EN? We got MJ. What's going on, dude? What's going on, Marcus? Wombat, what's good, man? Hope you're having a good day, man. Super Bowl 52, what's going on, man? Says, I'm pissed off. Todd says, let's get this party started. The party's going to start. I mean, look, the Cowboys are, obviously no Dak Prescott. CeeDee Lamb was just ruled out for the rest of the season, so that should help. We're just trying to get in this game and out of this game as fast as possible. I mean, realistically, we're just trying to we're trying to get this done. I want this over with. I want the Eagles to clinch that second seed and just be able to rest their starters against the Giants in the last week of the season. That's all I really care about. Last week, I don't care if they win, lose, doesn't matter what they're doing. All we're trying to do is to get healthy, and then hopefully Hurts will be able to practice. We'll have some extra time to practice, and he'll be ready. He'll be set to go for the playoffs. All of that great stuff. So it's kind of crazy right now. It's kind of nuts. Fly Eagles FedEx, is the NFL sitting him out on purpose? Let's see, shady shit all season. I don't know, some weird stuff. A lot of weird stuff is going on, man. Like, look what happened to Josh Allen when he got knocked out in the game, and he looked even worse than when Jalen Hurts got barely partially hit, and was able to get back in the game. To sit him out of that game, I don't know how bad he was when he got up and he put his thumb up to the ref and said, "Hey, I'm good to go." But man, like, what is the obsession with Kenny Pickett? Like, I don't get it, man. I mean, they're still putting him in this game. They're still putting him in this game partially fucking injured. He's going to be wearing some extra protection on his ribs. He's been, you know what I mean? I don't get it, man. I don't get this whole entire thing with him. I don't. I'm trying to figure it out, man, but it's just crazy. Dancy, remember when McNabb went down and AJ Feely came in and won like 5 games? Not concerned. I like having our backup. And there's nothing wrong with that. Look, like I said, like, I know Kenny Pickett's garbage, okay? We all know he's bad, okay? But they have to do better with him on first down. Like, first down, I mean, you can't just put him in shotgun the whole entire game. Forcefully try to run with Barkley the first play of the game, stack in the box, and then they know on second, third, and long that that Kenny Pickett has to throw the ball. And obviously, there's no running threat. There's no running threat at all. So it's tough to go into another week. Maybe Kenny Pickett will look better, obviously playing with the ones and just looking better in general. But realistically, guys, like, it's really the coaching staff's going to have a lot of pressure on them. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know what's going to happen here. Files 5 says, sucks because I'll be at the game and Jalen not playing. Yeah, well, just enjoy yourself, man. That's all you could do, man. That's all you could do. So you end up getting tickets ahead of time. So I totally get that. Totally get that. Chris says, if our defense shows up, we'll be okay. Yeah, the good thing is, like, yeah, the defense shows up. I know the defense will show up. The problem is if the offense keeps getting 3 and outs, they're getting time of possession. either they're quick 3-and-outs or they're getting time of possession and not scoring on long drives. That, and our defense is going to be on the field a lot more in this game. That's where they're going to start to, it's going to start to fall down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like the offense has got to start making the offense is just it has to play better this week. Eric said, "What up, Joey? Let's lock in the number 2 seed. Get ready for Washington. I'm ready to go." He says, "Let's get the next 2 W's. Get healthy for the playoffs. The Young Bucks hungry reminds me of the old school, late great Buddy Ryan, Jim Johnson era." Wallace says, "We still gonna win Flagel's 5. Don't worry." Vince says, hopefully we don't have to beat the Cowboys and ref Sunday." Yeah, well, probably. I mean, who knows? Flagels Fanatics says Sidney Brown had a bad concussion. Zach Ertz and Jeremy Chin all played. Now they're worried about Hurts all of a sudden. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, when it comes to concussions, the grading of the concussions are different. Like I get it. Just because you get a concussion in the game, it doesn't mean you're out for the next game. But obviously, it was a lot worse than we expected, I guess. Dan said, if Devontae Smith didn't drop that pass, Barkley caught that pass. Well, yeah, I mean, you had some crucial drops at the end of the game. Honestly, Devontae Smith catches that, you win the game. But it is what it is, dude. I'm over the game. It's done. It's over with. I mean, at the end of the day, Washington fans are just – they're invading all these live chats now, these channels now. No, Washington never clinched. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, Washington is not used to being at the VIP table. We've been at the VIP table for the last few years. We're used to getting 10-plus wins a season. These guys this is the first time they've had a 10-win season in how many years? And, like, this is how they act because they win a regular season game. They win a regular season game. They didn't clinch anything. They didn't clinch nothing. They literally did. That's it. Did nothing. They got to take care of business too because, the Falcons are a very desperate team right now, especially with you're going to have, their rookie quarterback is going to start on Sunday night against Washington. So, it's going to be a big game for the Falcons as well. So. Eagles, and he said it's experience, Joey. It's why Fangio has McCollum over Sydney if you okayed more than the job because they trust them more. Yeah, look, McCollum, obviously Sidney Brown has had a couple injuries this season. I don't know if Fangio likes McCollum over Sidney Brown. I mean, maybe there could be a case that could be the case. But McCollum didn't really play well either. So, gave up, I think he gave up 2 touchdowns in that game, didn't he? Leon says, "Fuck Washington. We will fuck them up in the first round." No, I mean, if you end up going to face Washington and the second and the 7th seed, most likely it will be Washington. I'm telling you, like in Philadelphia, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be nuts. I'm not worried about that. Obviously, the kickoffs need to go through the end zone. Yeah, that Braden man, I don't know, man. Some of these punts and they weren't great. These kicks weren't even great, man. They weren't. I mean, he's kicking to the 15. I mean, that's another thing that just made it unfair for the defense as well because they were getting returns to the 40, 45-yard line. I mean, it was kind of crazy. Hector says CeeDee Lamb not playing the last 2 games. No CeeDee Lamb the last 2 games. No, so they ruled him out the rest of the season with the shoulder injury. They're not probably smart on their part because they don't want to risk it. They don't want to risk, a guy that just got paid. They don't want to, he gets a bad injury, he's going to be out, probably, a lot of months. And they don't want to lose him to the offseason program and for next year. So, we'll see what happens. We got Michael with the first super chat tonight. What's going on, man? Appreciate it so much. As you rock, man. Watch your vids daily. Go Bear. Appreciate it so much, Michael. Thank you so much, man. And obviously to all the new subscribers as well. I appreciate it so much to everybody. So, some good news at least. You're going to have Bryce Huff was a full go this week, so let's see if they activate him. I think he's still on the practice window as of right now. Really depends if the Eagles want to start him this week. They're going to have to sooner or later. I mean, between this week and next week, Bryce Huff needs some reps in the rotation, so we'll see what happens with that going forward. Files Fanatic says, Joey, my only thing is that he came out of the tent was cleared. That's why they gave him the helmet back, and he was warming up. Then it has to be taken back out of nowhere. Shady stuff, dude. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I've never seen that before. I've never seen that because it took too long to find out if he was cleared to come back. Like the time it took. Like what? I want to know who made the decision. Okay, so what if the refs actually said he can go back in, but maybe the coaching staff just made a decision there? You know, was it just the refs or was it somebody behind that? I don't know. We have to see. Brian Pumper, what's going on? I appreciate Super Chat so much. He said, just sit everyone. No way we losing to the Giants. They might start the kicker at QB to ensure the number one pick. You mean sit um you're gonna have to sit everybody the last week. I mean, yeah, sure they could sit everybody out. Well, obviously that's not what they're gonna do for this game. It's not what they're gonna do. Would it be easier to just sit everybody this week? Yeah, probably. It'd probably be easier to play next week instead of this week, but I think you should be fine, honestly. I think you should be all right. So we'll see what happens. Your last two games are at home. So whatever they do, I'm fine with it. I'm not trying to be picky about it, but most likely they're not gonna the last game, they're probably just gonna rest everybody. So K9 says specialties purge, do putter, do kicker, do coordinator, do I don't know. I'm kind of I might be K, I might be I might actually agree, to be honest with you, because I don't know, Jake Elliott's been up and down. Lovato, I don't know. His snaps, he's messed up on a couple snaps, but I don't know if it's gonna be to put too much pressure on him to say he's bad, but I think Michael Clay might need to get another job. I don't know. Michael Clay might need to they might need to bring in a new spec. I don't like Kenneth Gainwell on kick. There's already certain things I haven't liked the last few years. And I think Kenneth Gainwell on kick returns makes no sense. Like, I don't, as a running back, fine. As a fucking kick returner, let's be real here. Like, I'm not loving Kenneth Gainwell on kick return at all. And we haven't really done much. DeGina's had a few good ones. Covey has been out most of the year. He's been hurt twice this year already, and he was a full participant. So you're going to get Britton Covey back, which is great. You're going to get Dallas Goedert back into the offense, and hopefully he can stay healthy for a third time this year. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Hale says, let's go, Eagles. We are going to be fine. Dan said, Jake Elliott scares me every time he comes. Yeah, he can't kick over 50 yards. That's where I'm kind of like sitting. Like, I don't think he can kick over 50 yards, unfortunately. It just sucks, man. Sucks. I don't know if I really trust him 50-plus yards, when we really need him the most. Brian said, I'm not really about Russ when it comes to Hurts. He don't really pass anyways. No, he's going to have to. Tasty, like this game is going to rain for the game. Oh, it's going to be bad weather. Interesting. Saquon Barkley should have a really good day, but the only bad thing about it is you think Saquon's going to have a good game, but because that you don't have that big threat at quarterback now, that's where it's going to make a difference, where they have to be very successful on first down. Because if they're just going to run him in fucking shotgun every single down, every single series, this offense is not going to move, man. It's not going to move. Clay said, I heard the league called in to make a decision. I also seen during games they have concussion personnel in booth looking at the point of contact of possible concussion. Yeah, but dude, it's all fucking political, man. Like, seriously, like, I've seen guys take harder shots and come back into the game. Makes no sense to me. Teresa Constantine says, do you think that Elliott was hurt and they hit it? No, probably not. I doubt it. Well, it says Huff was a full go in practice. He should be back. Yeah, we need him back. We definitely do. They will sell out to stop Barkley. Oh, yeah, 100% they will. They will. They'll stack that box almost every single time, and they'll say, you know what? If Pickett's going to pass on a second and long, third and long, they're just going to stack the box, and they're probably just going to blitz everybody because they know that he has no athletic ability. There's nothing to respect with Kenny Pickett. But you're putting Pickett into a game on Sunday that's fucking hurt right now. I mean, he's not even, I don't know how bad it is, but he was limited all week with a fucking rib injury on some of these late hits he had in that game. Chris says, yeah, heavy rain Sunday. Damn. Jalen is not back. Jalen's done for the week. It's not official yet, but he's done. He's done for the week. Steven Steph, what's going on, man? I'm not the GOAT, bro. I'm just here to reminisce on this team. Brian Pumper, the super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says, well, yeah, we have to get Shaq Barrett. We missed BG in the commies game. He was unblockable game 1. Yeah, so the new news did come out that Shaq Barrett is. It looks like Miami is finally going to waive Shaq Barrett on Friday, see if he gets through waivers, and then he could sign with any team he wants. So I'm wondering if the Eagles have any interest in bringing him in the rotation a little bit. Be interesting. If you bring him on, then you're going to have to let go of somebody. I don't know who they're going to let go of, but that's really the big question going forward. So that was kind of a surprising news because because Miami still owned the rights to Shaq Barrett's contract as he was retired. So it looks like, they ended, Miami's not making the playoffs this year. So I guess they're giving him his wish, and he's going to get waived on Friday. So it'll be interesting to see who picks him up and see what happens. Wombat says he did get his bell rung, that's for sure. But I mean, he gave the ref a thumb. Yeah, I mean, he gave a thumbs up like, hey, I'm okay. Like he was all messed up. I don't know. No hurts, man. Nope. No hurts, Clark. It's not official yet, but it's looking towards the direction that he is not playing this week, which really sucks. Horrible. It's horrible, man. Should I do a call-in show? I was going to talk for like 20, 30 minutes and then do a call-in show. Yeah, it says, would like to see McKee on the field, though. Yeah. I wouldn't mind it either, bro. Like, why? I mean, McKee's been in the system longer. Why is it they trade for Kenny Pickett and he's automatically the fucking backup? But the problem with McKee is that since we haven't seen him in a fucking game, we've seen him in preseason. That's all we've seen. Tanner McKee's, we've only seen him in preseason. That's it. We haven't seen much of him. Okay, we know that, he should have the better arm, but obviously no athletic ability. But they need to do something. I mean, they're not even giving him a shot. Like, how is Pickett? I mean, I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe McKee is bad. We don't know. There's nothing telling us. McKee was in every second half of the preseason games against third, fourth stringers. I mean, how much do you take from that? I want to see McKee earlier in these preseason games to see him against backups or something like that to just see where he's at, but we don't know where he's at the last couple years. And that's really a big problem going forward. You know what I mean? We got Clark with the super chat. Thank you so much. He says, fuck, no way, we're fucked. Saquon Barkley is not going to make a difference in this game if they can't win on first down. And if they don't put Kenny Pickett under center, do some play action fakes, do something, dude. Do something. I mean, look what they were doing. I mean, they were throwing slants to A.J. Brown 3-4 times in a row. I mean, and then they strayed away from middle of the field. They totally strayed away from it. Block that spam if you guys just block it. Appreciate it so much. Appreciate Clark. You know what I mean? You can't win on first down, the Cowboys are just going to blitz. They're going to blitz and they're going to rush 6 guys and he's going to be done. I mean, that's all it's going to take. Unfortunately. You know what I mean? Alvin Mobley says CeeDee Lamb has been ruled out. Yeah, he's ruled out. For the rest of the season, he's done. So, he's done. Brian Power with the super chat. What's going on, man? It says, when we play the Commandos ago, we better have someone dive at Luvu's Achilles. Tanner McKeester will get us the last 2 games. If good, he starts. Yeah. I mean, look, if they were trying to hurt Jalen Hurts, then I guess, I think that's I never look at a football game trying to hurt somebody or take them out of the game. I don't think in that direction ever. I really don't. Maybe players think in that direction, that the plan to that game was to take out Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? Because they know they can't win against him. And that's just the truth, because they were getting torn up. I mean, Jalen Hurts had wide open fucking lanes through that fucking line. He had wide open lanes to run for 30, 35 yards a pop. So, yeah, they're just going to key in on Saquon the whole entire game. So, like, with a half week, realistically, it's a half week of practice. So, with a half week of practice, you better be fucking prepared and better do some different things on first down. Like, if I see inside zone, short fucking pass up the fucking sidelines, I mean, you're not winning this game. You're not going to win it. Your defense is going to hold you in this game, but only so long. Because if your offense, especially if your fucking offense 3 and outs or has big time of possession type drives and can't score on them, or if our special teams is fucking horrible where our defense is put in a really bad position in this game, you know, that's it's gonna be a long fucking day, dude. I want to put this shit away. Like I don't care how they win. I don't care if they win ugly this game. Okay, I need them to put the Cowboys away and put the Cow. I think how many yards does Saquon Barkley need? I mean, I don't even care about that shit anymore at this point. He needs like over 260. I forgot how much it's a lot. I mean, they're not going to play him that last game because of that watch, and he still played good for that Washington game, but you know, even that deep completion, AJ Pickett underthrew him by 5 yards. McKee has an NFL arm. Yeah, he definitely underthrew him. Yeah. Wasn't a perfect pass, but he got it though. I'm not, but that's what we have to expect though, bro. Like we got to expect that from Kenny Pickett. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't put too much pressure on Kenny Pickett. You know he's not good. Like you can't like make a big deal. Like you can't make a big deal about it. Every time he has the ball in his hands, you can't. He has to look somewhat productive. We have to understand that he's not great. So, because there's definitely been history of teams putting bounties on certain. Oh yeah, probably. I don't doubt that at all. Shaquille says he needs about 130 each game. Somebody says 267. Joe Santos says 267. Yeah, he ain't gonna get that one game. I mean, he could have a 255. I mean, he could have he can get it. He can have a game at 250, 268. I don't know about that. I don't know unless it really works. And obviously, and I'm only saying he can't do it because you don't have Jalen Hurts in this fucking game. You know what I mean? For all the people that say that the offense elevates Hurts, it's a bunch of bullshit, man. It's a bunch of bullshit. Horrible. Files for X, I'm sorry, but Jaden Daniels needs to get the Jalen Hurts treatment. They did it twice. Yeah, I think they really have to say what's up next time if they face off. Most likely, they probably will face off in Philadelphia, and it's gonna be fucking real now. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson needs to watch out now. These players have to watch now because now these refs are out. They know the refs are out to get these guys. It wouldn't shock me if that's the same refereeing crew that they get for this game in the playoffs, if that's the case. If we face Washington as the second seed, Matt, so you think we win in divisions this Sunday without? I think no. I think they can win. I think they're still way better than the Cowboys, regardless. But it comes down to how they use Pickett and how they got him prepared this week. That's where it really depends. If they make it hard on Pickett and there's nothing middle of the field, they're not running him under center. Like they can't treat him the same way. Like this is what I don't get. I don't get why you have Tanner McKee and Kenny Pickett, two quarterbacks that don't have either somewhat of a similar skill set to Jalen Hurts. It makes no sense. Like I don't get the whole whose idea. I mean, even when they trade for Pickett, I didn't like it. I hated it. Like it did nothing for me. I didn't at least like get a guy that's undrafted or a guy that's undrafted that that's a dual threat that you could produce for a few years. That he could be a product of the system with the weapons around him instead of getting these two fucking guys that you have to completely change the offense for. Realistically, you can't. Remember in 22 when Jalen Hurts got hurt in that Bears game, finished it off, and Gardner Minshew took over for a couple games. We're like, no problem. This should be easy. And look what happened. He looked horrible. You can't, it's horrible, man. Yeah, it's the same TV crew. Well, it's only the same TV crew because it's a 1:00 game. If it was that 4:25 game Eastern, it would have been a different crew. But because it got reverted back to the 1:00 game now, so it is 1:00 p.m. That's really the big difference now. Nick says run game is going to have to include blocking and backside end for once. Hopefully Pickett can hit them intermediate. Yeah, I'm hoping so. I think I have to give, like I said, like Pickett is not great, but I have to give him a lot of credit for at least trying. Like when he had open field in front of him, he like tried to run and like do some things. But I think when they needed Pickett the most, I thought he played really good. You had drops from AJ, drops from Saquon Barkley, drops from the pretty much the ice, the icing on the cake, the cherry on top was the wide open after Lattimore went out of the game. Lattimore fucking left, and then Devontae Smith drops an easy fucking slant. I mean, just an wide open, no one around him. Potentially probably a touchdown. So I thought Kenny Pickett, I thought he struggled, but I think for him just going into the game hot like that, you know what I mean? Just thrown into the fire like that. I thought he didn't do great. He didn't do bad. I thought he showed up when it mattered, and no one really showed up for him, unfortunately. I don't think the coaching staff did a good job. You know what I mean? How do you get 2 quarterbacks prepared for the week with the amount of you have 2 walkthroughs? Realistically, you have 2 walkthroughs, and you only have a few days of practice. You don't have much to go through. You know what I mean? Richie, what's going on? He said, how much time does Dallas Goedert need to ramp up? Should he be held out the remaining game if the Eagles clinch the 2nd seed? I don't. I'm thinking that they're just going to get him back for the playoffs, and that's it. I don't think they're going to play him before that. I think they're going to let him practice and let him get prepared in practice to in game. He's a veteran, so he'll. I don't think they have to play him in an actual regular season game next week if he is cleared for next week. So. Shakira says, everyone talks about how Jalen is a product of the talent around him in the system, yet no backup quarterback with the system has succeeded. We lose with backup. Hey, but look at it. I mean, we still scored 30-something points with a backup quarterback. I mean, technically a little bit less because Jalen scored the first time. You know what I mean? But realistically, even with Kenny Pickett in, I mean, they still played at a good level. It wasn't, they didn't complete a lot of, they didn't, a lot more, the offense definitely struggled a lot more in the game, but, I thought for a team with a backup quarterback with all the weapons, I mean, this is Kenny Pickett. Right now, Kenny Pickett, that last game with Kenny Pickett, this game during the Dallas Cowboys with Kenny Pickett on Sunday, this is the game where Kenny Pickett is showing to the NFL what he could do. Okay, this is for him getting a job with another team. He's a free agent, I think, after the season. So we'll see. We will see. So Alex says, I really don't trust Kenny Pickett, Joey. I'd rather see Tanner. Look, I get it. I don't know. They don't really think highly of him at all. I don't know. They don't think too highly of Tanner McKee. I don't get why. I mean, look, at the end of the day, they never give Tanner McKee the early reps in preseason. I don't know why they don't give him the first half reps against better talent. It's always in the second half. I don't know why they do that, Clark says, we're done. NFL has sealed it for KC. Nick says, I'd rather have Pickett over McKee. Pickett has won in the NFL before, not to mention the Steelers had a lot less for him to work with. Yeah, I agree with that. And obviously, Kenny Pickett has a lot more starting capability, so I get that. The only problem I have is that you have to change your entire offense when you don't have that running threat, because Saquon Barkley won't be as effective when there's Kenny Pickett in the game. Okay, the distribution, nobody respects the distribution at all. Okay, all they're going to do is hone in on Saquon Barkley and getting pressure on Kenny Pickett in the game. So, that's where we're kind of at right now. Dan says, Greg Olsen has trash. He's the new Chris Collinsworth. Carson, the NFL stepped in and won't allow us to stop the Chiefs. Johnny said, it took a late game. Oh, boy. Really get rid of that spam. It took late game heroics for the Commanders to beat the Eagles with the backup QB. They're not that good. Well, dude, I think they're just going to get better over time. I've been getting trolled every day. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, look, they haven't won 10 games since fucking the year of the drought. So they haven't won in years. I mean, I forgot when's the last time they had a 10-win season, okay? We're always at the VIP table every fucking year, okay? We're just trying to find out, what seat are we actually sitting in? Okay, literally, the Washington beats the Eagles, and they don't clinch. They literally don't clinch. They literally won a regular season game and didn't clinch fucking anything. They didn't do anything, and they have to take care of business against a desperate Falcons team right now that's playing a rookie quarterback. They didn't do anything. They did absolutely nothing. Yeah, they got the win. Congratulations, they got the win, but it did nothing. It did absolutely nothing. And I don't get why. See, us Eagle fans are just more professional because, we lost that game, we walked away from it, and that's it. We move on to the next week. These guys are gonna fucking celebrate and literally just celebrate and have a parade the entire week. over a rate. I mean, they're acting as if we got beat in the playoffs. They just beat us in the playoffs. I'm telling you right now, third time around, it is not going to happen. They better take out Jalen Hurts again because they are not winning against Jalen Hurts. 1991, 10-win season since 1991. You know, it's crazy, man. Over a regular season fucking game. I mean, it's crazy. Brian with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says, I definitely want to win versus the Cowboys, so we could sabotage the Giants. I want us to lose the last game to ruin the city of New York. Sorry, Joey. I don't expect us to win I don't care if we win the last game or not. Like, the last game is literally for health purposes. The last game is literally for the Eagles to get healthy. That's why the last game is where it is right now. The last game is used for getting guys healthy. I don't care if they lose against the Giants. I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care about that fucking game. Yeah, sure, people are going to care because, oh, you want to win that last game on a high note going to the playoffs. I think they're focused enough. And depending on how many guys they sit, I have to be realistic and say, okay, they're sitting all these guys. I can't say that they're going to play fantastic. But the last game will be a great thing, too, for the Eagles because we'll start to see some other guys that normally don't play. Maybe we'll get more Will Shipley in a game. We'll see some other things that we don't normally see on a regular basis in these games and kind of seeing what we have on the back end a little bit for next year or something like that. So the last game is always nice to, if you sit guys out, they got to, you're not going to get the number 1 seed. It's not going to happen, obviously. So you got to settle for that second seed. The second seed might be the better, probably the better, road to the Super Bowl, maybe. So, we'll see what happens. See what happens. Mern said, you fans did the same thing to the 49ers. Yeah, we got Brock Purdy hurt, but we didn't. Look, number one, we didn't headhunt Jalen Hurts. We didn't headhunt fucking Brock Purdy. That's number one. Like, we hit his arm as his arm went back on a pass. That's all we did. And we didn't, celebrate him being fucking hurt. And we didn't do any of that. Like, that was it. You know what I mean? Oh, he deleted the message. Of course he deleted the message. Of course he did. He didn't want to say that. He deleted the message though. Oh, Clark, don't delete Clark. Don't do that. Don't do that, Clark. Don't do that shit. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do not delete comments from people, please. Don't do that shit. Come on now. Don't do that shit again. Chris, Tanner plays and does. Sorry about that, Mern. If Tanner plays and does well, he could be potential trade material. Might be worth some steps. Hey, if they wanted to do that, I would have been perfectly fine with Tanner McKee starting in this fucking game. I would have been perfectly fine. Oh, we're gonna get some Kenny. We're gonna get some fucking revenge. You fucking know it, dude. We're gonna get some fucking revenge. You know it, bro. Fox said everybody needs to calm down. We're going to win this game. Saquon Brocky going to break the record, and Eagles going to win the Super Bowl. And we'll see. Let's see here. Z28 says Eagles should have gotten Ryan Tannehill for a backup. He played with A.J. Brown. The difference is we don't have Henry. We have Barkley. Honestly, I think they should just get I think they honestly should have just gotten a read option dual threat type QB that they could produce for 4 fucking years at a low cost. Honestly, at least a number 3, that would be pretty good. If look, if this is too hard for the Eagles and they have 2 different type of play styles between 3 different quarterbacks. Okay. And they can't make Kenny Pickett better from the weapons that are around him and using him a specific way. Kenny's gone after this year. I mean, it's just, this is it, this is it. Jade says, how can you compare the Commanders to the game, the 49ers game, when the 49ers was not in a winning direction before the injury in comparison to when Jalen got hurt? He was heading in the direction of a blowout. Yeah. I mean, those 2 injuries happened at 2 different times, It's Philly thinks I want payback on Washington in the playoffs so we get them in the postseason. Oh, they'll get it, dude. They'll get it. They'll get it. They're not gonna survive in Philadelphia with Jalen Hurts starting in the fucking game, especially in Philadelphia. You know, I mean, you'd probably say that Washington has been you'd say Washington is more successful in Philadelphia, but in a playoff atmosphere, no, no, no. They should have saved that for the playoffs if that's the case, but it's because someone like Fields who fits the offense. True. Well, I thought Pickett was supposed to be able to move a little bit. Remember, he had a fake slide and cut. Yeah, that was a cool play. Well, I think he can move. I don't think he's that bad, honestly. I think he's actually got some pretty good speed. I don't think he's horrible. I think he's got pretty good speed, actually. But it's not as good as what we have it's not as good as Jalen Hurts. It's not that fast, but I think he's not too bad when it comes to his speed. He's not horrible, but it's still not great, you know. Great Night says Jaden Daniels is just one ACL away from being RG3 and being a waste of sports commentator. Nah, he's going to be good. He's going to be good. He's going to be a good player, man. And Washington's going to be a better team next year, and they're going to be a better team after that. They got plenty of cap space. They got draft capital. Like they're going to be a better team the next few years. So Eagles have to stay on target, man. Joey says Eagles have too much talent to not win the Super Bowl. I get it, bro. Trust me. Brown Sugar says nope. The Commanders are the new to the playoff environment. Yeah, that is true. They are a young team with some vets. Yeah, they're very new to a lot of things this season. So Brian says Pickett has 2 gloves. He's not good. Flowers Fanatic says Joey, I still think the league wanted the Lions to have home field. We face controversy and bad refs every single week, and I think we'll go over to Detroit and fucking beat them, dude. Honestly. Rigo says Josh Allen was more worse than Jalen and let him continue. Philly thinks that what the Eagles need to do is prove me wrong this Sunday. Run with Saquon Barkley, blitz Cooper Rush, and get interceptions from C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Murren says just like an Eagles fan wishing JD5. Look, our QB has been headhunted the last 2 fucking times we faced each other, so I don't really blame Eagle fans for feeling the way they feel. I don't wish injury upon anybody, but that's how people are going to feel when your quarterback's getting targeted 2 fucking straight games. So that's what happens. Brian says, Commanders benefit from a lot of Zebras' help. Alex says, yo, Joe, I live in commies country. People have come to me talking shit, and I'm just saying, enjoy your Super Bowl. They just won the Super Bowl last week. Darius says, my comment got removed last week. It said Tanner was better than Pickett. Oh, well, I don't bother stopping and often was one. It wasn't the first time. Well, dude, that's hard. Darian, that's horrible. Well, I didn't see it. I mean, I could see if someone deletes your stuff. So if I ever see it, I'll make sure I take away their fucking wrench because that's not right. It's not right at all. So. Kel Moore is a below average. Logan says, hey, what's going on, Logan? Twisted JD5's leg. I'm playing. Yeah, so I think like I said, it's gonna be interesting, man. It's like, what is your biggest worry going into this game, realistically? And I think it's the quarterback, honestly, and I think it's the coaching behind it and how they prepared him for this week. You know what I mean? AJ Brown wasn't even 100% for that game against Washington. Like he almost I don't know if he almost didn't play because I know AJ Brown was definitely not 100% in that game, but he played pretty damn well for not being 100%, and he was limited with a knee injury this week. So it's gonna be interesting, but he was limited this week, so we have to be very careful. Yeah, Hurts is not officially ruled out yet, no, but Mike Garofalo already said it looks like Kenny Pickett's going to start this week. I think Kenny Pickett is starting this week. I think it's already said and done. So, Brian with the super chest. The unfortunate thing, our team embodies the head coach. Look at the graphic. Floor flag benefit. The league don't like us, and we don't give a fuck. That's fine. That's fine. I don't give a fuck either, bro. I don't give a shit. Like if I don't want them to fucking cherish us, and I don't want them to compliment us. I want us to put our heads down and fucking work through the last 2 games and the fucking playoffs, dude. That's all I fucking care about. That's all I care about, man. We didn't get this far to fucking lose. I know this team is very focused. I'm not worried about them not being focused at this game entirely. I'm not. I feel really good about it. Feel really good about it. So we're actually gonna open up. We're gonna open up the chat. We're gonna do a call-in show now. We're only gonna do like another maybe an hour, and that's really it. So maybe like a half hour to an hour. So everyone's got like 3 to 4 minutes to talk, speak your mind on what's going on, and we'll be ready to go. So I'll put the link in there if anybody wants to talk. You don't show your face. No one's gonna see your face. I won't see your face. This is just literally talking, and that's pretty much it. So that's where we'll be. If you guys send any super chats or any of that, I will read it. If it pops up, I will read it. But I want to see how everyone feels going into this game. I want to see how everyone feels going into this game this week, and obviously the Kenny Pickett situation or anything else that people are worried about. I want to hear people's opinions. If you guys have it, we have 207 in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the stream if you guys have it. Appreciate everybody. Hope everyone enjoyed their Christmas. If you do celebrate it, I don't know who celebrates what. So hopefully everyone had a Merry Christmas and enjoyed their holiday as well. And, it's almost playoff time in Philadelphia. Real fucking soon. Real soon. So we will be there. We will be there. King said the rain going to be the biggest factor, Joey. Yeah, this fucking guy still has to pass the ball this week, Kryptonite says, with Lamb out, I'd be expecting a lot of mid-range passing options. Might be good to bring safety help down to help out the pass. Well, having Chauncey back is going to be big. Like, once Chauncey left that game, I think playing that heavy zone in the second half. How many plays that was on that last drive? How many plays was on that last drive? Fucking 9 plays for 57 yards. I forgot what it was. So they got to do a little bit better. That back end was I don't know. Backup safety is not good right now. I mean, I don't know. I think McCollum's played 2 pretty bad games so far. We'll see how it goes, but we'll see how it goes. All right, here we go. Let's get into the chat. All right, first guest of the night. It's going to be Michael Myers. What's going on, man?
Hey, man. How you
Welcome
doing?
back.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Hold on. My headphones are not on for some reason.
All right.
I hear you now. Sorry, it's my fault.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I was just thinking. Yeah, I just want to get this game over with, and just get out healthy, and that's just kind of like the biggest thing. And I'm just thinking, it got a heck of a lot easier the game that CeeDee Lamb is out, and the optimistic side of me is saying, well, you know what? The game's hopefully Kenny Pickett looks a whole lot better because he has a whole week to prepare,
right,
for the game, and he was just kind of thrown in there, So I mean, yeah, I could honestly see like a 17-20 game, something low. I really think field goals are just gonna be very important in this game, So yeah, as long as he can maybe a couple touchdowns worth, maybe a few field goals here and there, just do the bare minimum, just get in and get out. Because here's the thing, man, like I don't want to go to MetLife Stadium and have to play our starters there, dude. Because you know how MetLife Stadium is with all those injuries,
right.
Like, yeah, how crazy would that be, to have your players over there and I don't even want to put it in the universe, but if something happens. So yeah.
I mean, you don't want to go into that last week having to play anybody. Like that last week should be for resting as many guys as possible. That's going to be our bye week pretty much that we have to use. So you really have to.
Oh yeah.
You shouldn't lose this game. I mean, you shouldn't, but it really depends what they do on first down. And how do you feel about playing Kenny Pickett pretty much like partially hurt right now?
Well, yeah, I mean, Kenny Pickett, I think he's a decent star. I'm not saying like he's good. Like I would label quarterbacks like, let's say, bad, abysmal, decent, good, great, and legendary. Like he's barely a decent, level quarterback and all. And if you got a lot of weapons around him, I mean, you can put up a decent game offensively, hopefully. Um, we're certainly not in the position the 49ers were, with their third string.
Right.
Like I obviously, he has some experience. I seen him, a couple years ago with the Steelers. He's capable of winning games.
Right.
And obviously he's not going to put a team on his back or anything like that. We can, but yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident about that. Because and the reason why, Joey, also is because since CD Lamb is out,
Right.
yeah, I don't see Cooper Rush. I don't know where they're gonna light us up offensively. I can't see it. Rico Dowdle. I mean, what do they got? Jake
Yeah,
Ferguson. I'm not even sure if
yeah,
he's playing.
Tolbert. They got Tolbert at receiver. I mean, I think Rush has done a pretty good job especially the last couple weeks, and him and the connection with CeeDee Lamb the last few weeks. Actually, that they've been pretty good. So
Yeah, yes, but I mean, yeah, oh yeah. Plus, I also looked it up. They're missing Demarcus Lawrence, obviously. They're missing their right guard. Oh my God, what's his
yeah,
name? Zach Martin.
Zach Martin, right?
Yeah, so yeah, they're missing Zach Martin. They're missing obviously Trayvon Diggs. Overshown was a huge blow. So they have a lot of holes in their team, and this is a good spot for for Kellen Moore. I'm sure that he's familiar with the Cowboys defense. I'm sure that he knows all about those players and all that, and they can exploit some of their weaknesses and put up just enough points to win.
Right.
But yeah, that's the thing that I'm thinking about, Joey, is um yeah, and here's the thing, when they played the Buccaneers, mostly all the catches were going to CD Lamb. He had 105 yards, against the Buccaneers, so he is pretty much their entire offense.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I feel good about that.
All right.
Yeah, just come in there, get out, and yeah, all right, that's pretty much it, man.
All right, man. Thank you for coming in, man. I appreciate it so much, man. And I hope we get this
All right, you
win.
too,
I'm
bud.
hoping. I'm hoping. So, all right.
All right, man.
Thank
Later,
you so
man.
much. You too, man.
All right.
Look, I mean, if people like Kenny Pickett, it's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong. I'm not. Don't be afraid to say that Don't be afraid to say that you like, or you're afraid of. If you like Kenny Pickett, it's fine. Like you know what I mean. I don't. Did somebody say that he said that they were away the last couple, or they were away in MetLife? No, we're home I know we're home the last two games, so you know. Oh, we got Deem in the chat. What's going on, man?
Joey, what's up, man? How you doing, bro?
What's going
doing?
on? What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Man, first time calling up, man. I always watch your show, though. You feel what I'm saying? Because I be watching the game and then listening to y'all during the breaks because I hate commercials, so I can't do the commercial thing. Okay, so but I hate the rain on everybody parade, but I was kind of pissed off last week. Kenny Pickett is terrible. I hate to say it, but Joey, let's be real. Where we really lost the game, we could talk about Devontae Smith and all of this other stuff. We lost the game when the guy came in the game and his first or second pass, he threw an interception in the other team's on the other team's side. I'm sorry, my guy.
Yeah.
They was already looking for momentum because you got to understand, Joey. We watched this football thing. The momentum's Washington fans, they was kind of happy that Hurts was out of the game.
Yeah. Agreed.
Hello, can you hear me, Joey? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I hear you now. You're good.
Then he comes in the game, throws a pick. They go down and score. He comes back, Joey, and then does a flip. Whatever pass that was, you are not Patrick Mahomes. Go down. Why didn't he go down right there, Joey? Just take the sack, my God. It's over. You're not that. And then they go back down and do what they do again. Now the whole momentum of the game is just like, think about it. If you the Eagles at that point, you're deflated at that. We was just up 21-7. And then back to back, that happens back to back. You're deflated at that point. The quarterback hurt. Kenny Pickett. So he played better after that, but you already did two major things wrong.
Like, yeah. I mean,
go ahead, Joey.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, I agree. I mean, look, when he took over for Hurts and scored the touchdown, everyone's like, oh yeah, Kenny Pickett, like, oh, everyone's all excited, like, just wait, because I don't want him to throw some easy pick, and that's what he did. He threw an easy pick. I mean, you throw a slant so many times to AJ Brown, and finally, you underthrow it, or forgot how the throw was, and then they intercepted. And yeah, like you said, like we were kind of deflated a little bit, and and more pressure was on the defense, so you were able to get some time of possession in the game, and then didn't score, or it was a 3-and-out. Your defense is on the field too much, and special teams didn't help either, because it felt like they were already at the halfway mark on the field every fucking time in the game.
Oh my God. Yeah. And Joey, that's my other biggest thing. Just to finish up with the Kenny Pickett part.
Yeah, you're good.
The reason why I don't give him too much, I give him more criticism than somebody else, because Kenny Pickett used to be a starter.
Yeah.
This is a first-round pick. It ain't like it's a guy that hasn't played ever in an NFL game, and his job is you've been on the bench all year. You've been a starter. Your job is to read defenses and make sure that you're making the smart play, and like, you've seen enough football. I mean, you got benched and shipped and moved. So he has experience. But off the Kenny Pickett thing, I'm worried about our special teams, Joey.
Yeah.
We know small stuff like that in the playoffs, kicking the ball on the 10-yard line and it going out of bounds, having a good punter. Those type of things matter in the playoffs. Jake Elliott scares the living what out of me.
Yeah.
He's been doing better, Joey, but we know how playoffs go. Those going forward on fourth down and all that. Yeah, if it's 4th and 1, other than that, you better kick this field goal, because playoffs is much, much different. So special teams concerns me. I don't care about the seeding thing, because it was a big chance Detroit was going to get the number 1 seed no matter what we did.
Right. Yeah.
So I ain't tripping too hard off of that. My main thing is, I'm glad, and I don't know if you talked about this part though, Joe, before I hop off and land my plane. It's not good that Jalen got hurt, but I'm glad that it was concussion, not an actual like strain or something like that, right? Because now, remember they was having this whole discussion about the passing game and all of that stuff. Well, now Jalen get to see it from the sideline. He didn't get to do that all year.
Right. That's true.
You know what I mean, Joey? He get to see it from a different perspective now. So hopefully, me knowing Jalen the way I believe we all know Jalen, he doing his homework. He looking, he's studying. Okay, the quick passing game before I get off, Joey. Jalen, hear me. Those slants and check downs is going to save your life. It opens up the deep ball when you got Saquon running and they so worried about him coming out the back. Use the tight ends. Use Devontae Smith on these curls and these slants like he was doing the other week. Just play that style and then do the streaks. I know, Joey, your biggest problem with this team is these streaks passes. I get it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think, if the defense is playing off, get whatever the defense gives you. If they're playing off, dump the ball, dump it. Like, I don't know, you don't have to see, when I see Hurts City on these long, these long developing pass plays where there's nothing middle of the field and he's sitting there for 3.5, 4 seconds. That means I already don't like that play. It's just not easy enough. Like, what they did once they did against the Steelers, that was perfect. That was what we needed, and I didn't want that. Because of the AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts situation that week with all the drama that was connected to it. I didn't want them to just prove to the fans and prove to the media that they could pass the ball. We can pass. They just Hurts always says, "Who says we can't do it?" Well, I'm not saying they got to do it every week like that, because you have a really good running back there, but it's got to be there in some of these games that we're playing. Like, it can't be totally off the map. It can't be, they got to do it. So it definitely infuriates me a little bit. But what infuriates me is in this past game that we played is like, because like Washington was selling out so much against Saquon Barkley, stacking the box on first down, they would stop. They're force feeding the run game. I mean, they're inside zone, going for nothing, and then you get your second, third longs. And then, what is Washington going to do? They know that he has to pass the ball, so they're just going to pressure him. So they have to be better on first down on Sunday. They have to get in and out of this game as quick as possible. Like, and get this shit. I don't care about records. I don't care about nothing. I don't. As much as it sucks, like, it is what it is. We need that last week against the Giants as our resting period. So,
man, Joey, man, I appreciate your show. I want to say this before I get off, man. Jalen ain't as fast as Jalen lost a step running wise. Like, let's talk about the elephant in the room. He's not that fast as he was at first, no more. I've been too many times I see him try to get out the pocket, run for a first down. The defensive tackle's been catching him. Let's be honest, Eagles fans. Jalen, just run when you, and I know you only doing it because he have to. I'm not saying that he goes out his way, but these RPOs, do it. I just want them to have a little more creativeness with the RPO to where it's a real read. Not these, we fake it to Saquon, and the defense know we faking it to play Saquon, and then Jalen Hurts get hit for he gained 2 yards. Like, that's too much punishment for our quarterback to be taken like that, Joey, for meaningless plays. If you feel what I'm saying.
No, I agree.
Because he hasn't broken one like Lamar did last week all year, like a 70-yard run from a RPO. It's not like you go run it, but run it in spots when we in the red zone and play in situations, Joey, where they really think we gonna do it. Not on 1st and 10. And I know it helps the zone running game as far as with Saquon, because he's been breaking away a lot from that. But I just want them to be a little smarter with that in better situations. That I ain't even so mad at it, just in better situations.
Yeah, it's weird because I feel like I've seen like a few plays from Hurts this year where he looked really quick, and then there's some plays where, like, I don't know if he's like, while he's running, he's just hesitating to when he's gonna slide, or is that why he's slowing? I don't know. Like, I don't think he's just I don't know if he's hiding how fast he is. He's just not fast, or he's just being really careful on now, especially after this concussion now. Like, I mean, when it's playoffs, dude, like, you still got to protect yourself, but if it's down to a specific play you need, I mean, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to do something. Like, if it's playoffs, it's no holes barred. Like, you do anything you possibly can to get fucking yards. You don't play it safe in the playoffs. That's what I agree with. But yeah, I think you're right on that. And like, these DTs and like these guys are even slower. They're catching up to him. And yeah, he had, even in the beginning of that Washington game, he had wide open lanes. I mean,
they parted the Red
Sea. Oh yeah.
But man, Joey, I appreciate your show, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Bird Gang, Bird Nation. And everybody, man, I hope y'all enjoyed y'all Christmas and y'all family and all of that good stuff, man. I holla at you.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate you coming in, man.
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
It. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Hope Dave, I don't know if I read the super chat before. Appreciate Dave so much, man. I hope you're having a good day as well. Oh man, I'm telling you. Yeah, Hurts from 22 to now, definitely. I don't know, dude. There's certain moments where I think Hurts is actually looks quick, and then there's certain moments where, like, I think he hesitates so much, in certain moments. But we'll see. We got our next guest to the building. Alex, you got Alex is the next guest, but he has to. His device isn't connected, so I can't click on his name. Oh, there he is. Let's go, Alex.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you
good.
doing?
How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. So this is the first game. Part of this loss, man, I feel like is on me, honestly, because this is the first game all season that I wasn't at my couch watching it from start to finish.
Oh no!
I know. I came in after the first quarter, right?
Yeah, I get it.
So I got home and I turned this on. I'm like, where the fuck's Jalen? And this shit was fucking crazy. And it just felt the rest of the game. It just felt off, felt weird, felt strange to me. Like, why is GJ out? Like, what the fuck was that about? Jalen giving a thumbs up something wasn't right with this man. I'm telling you. And then and then just I don't know, just all of it felt like it was like almost we were destined not to win this game.
Yeah.
But I'm somewhat thankful in a way. I mean, I know Washington always ends our fucking streaks. I mean, just that's just the way it
Right.
plays out every year. But um, this loss showed one. Jalen Hurts, he is our guy. He's a winner. He is a winner
Right.
for sure. And you know, everyone's saying, "Oh man, how did this happen?" Like, who was the announcer who said, "Like, this is preposterous"?
I don't know if that was
What
Greg
the
Olson or
fuck?
the other. I forgot the other guy's name.
I
Greg
was
Olson,
like,
the other guy.
"What the fuck?" And nobody was mentioned that Jalen Hurts was out. No one. So
No, they
I
were
don't.
glazing them the whole game. It was like,
I
oh,
know.
Washington has 5 turnovers. Oh, usually teams that do this.
Oh,
It's like, well, I wonder why. I wonder what's going on, guys. I wonder what's really going on in this game. They didn't mention it the entire. It was really disgusting. That whole game was so
it
disgusting.
was. It was. And I was just so like so shocked about just obviously the glazing, but also just and you know I live in commies country.
Mm.
So you know all week I was just or the rest of since then I was just hearing on the radio. I had to turn that shit off because just if you ever hear their announcers, oh my god, they're like touchdown Washington, touchdown Washington, oh my god, ah, ah! And I'm just like, what is going on? Anyways, I'm somewhat thankful for the loss, um, but I'm also you know I'm pissed it's Washington. And I think this week, you know, with the whole Kenny Pickett, it feels so weird. Like I know it's Christmas, it is Christmas week and everything like that.
Right.
Um, so there's not a lot of media coverage, I guess, right? So we haven't heard from Hertz, right? And don't know who the hell is our starter. And in regards to Kenny Pickett in that game, you know, I can't be too mad at him. He did enough to win, right? I mean, Devontae dropped that ball.
Mm-hmm.
That was a surefire. He did enough to win. And a guy going out there didn't get first team reps, you know, forever. How long? You know, he did okay. I think this week against Cowboys is going to be huge. It's going to be fucking huge. I think it makes or breaks just us going to the playoffs. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like they clinched a playoff spot already. It's not even just that. You want to end the season on a high note, at least the regular season, and I don't think their motivation will be, you know, straight away. I don't think, you know, it's always you always learn from a game like, you know, when they lost against the Falcons, it was like, hey, like would they have made the changes on the bye week if that loss didn't happen? You know, like you always wonder, like, oh, well, we're one catch away from this, you know, and I understand that. You know, you take Saquon's drop in the Falcons game, but who knows if things would have been just swept under the rug if they won that game and we wouldn't have looked how we looked post bye week. So I think this only makes the team stronger. They know they're better than this, and I think everyone behind the scenes knows what the big difference was in this game. I mean, you're going to be up 21-0, and like, you know, you're up 21-0, and you know, you kind of just fall apart at that point with the new quarterback coming in, you know, and there's nothing I could do. Like I couldn't shit on Kenny Pickett because he's just like, I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's the greatest thing, but I think the Eagles value him just because he has a lot of starting quality. You know, someone earlier in the chat said he had a lot less talent around him, and look at the, you know, with the Steelers, and look at the points that we put up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On top of having a backup quarterback, you know this team is gifted. You know this team is talented. And unfortunately, when you have these long possession drives, okay, look. Washington hasn't had a 10-win season since '91. Someone told me in the chat earlier, and you know they're not used to. You know, we're at the VIP table every single year. Like we're used to being around the VIP table. We're drinking wine. We're drinking our Chardonnay and our fancy drinks at the table. And these guys, like, they didn't clinch anything. Like they beat us, but they did nothing. All they did was prolong what if we get this second seed, which most likely we will, we face them a third time in Philadelphia, and I'm telling you right now, it's going to be fucking insane.
Yeah, I don't think they stand a chance in Philly. And being from Washington area, this was somewhat their Super Bowl, I think. I mean, and they can have it, but shit, man, they had RG3. I even met the guy, and I made sure to say "Go Birds" to him.
Nice,
But
nice.
but they've been tortured through with their quarterbacks, and they can have this win, but I think for the Eagles, this week against the Cowboys, I guess I have PTSD from last year because I mean, all last year I was kind of on the same boat with you. I was just like, they're not playing good. Yeah, they're 10-1, but they don't look good, And obviously it came to light, but shit, man, I really think I have PTSD from last year. Just so I really think this winning this week is crucial, and going to the playoffs. Yeah, you want to go in, winning, and also just
Yeah.
get a good streak going.
Yeah, you have to. And yeah, I mean, as the game went on, like the defense, especially, I think special teams help out this defense. The defense just, after losing Chauncey, they lost a lot in their back end. And that was a huge weapon they lost in their back end. McCollum didn't play well in this game. The tackling became pathetic. And obviously, Fangio started playing that heavy zone, that bend don't break shit, which never fucking works ever.
Yeah.
So that
prevent from winning.
Yeah, that's it. Prevent from winning pretty much. So you have to put Eagle fans on, like, when we lost that Panthers game, everybody, like the whole world was falling at that point. And I told people, look, you're going to have that, like those games. I don't think the best teams in the NFC or the AFC have played their best, and they have almost lost specific games, but when this team like just underperforms, look what the Panthers did to the Cardinals last week. I mean, they took them out of playoff contention. I mean, that's what these teams do when they start playing well. By the time we faced them, they were starting to play really well, and unfortunately it was just one of those days. I mean, but everybody was flipping out about it, and I thought they came back really strong in that Steelers game.
Yeah, it's funny actually. The Steelers game. Since that Steelers game, Steelers haven't won.
No, I don't think they have.
And the same thing happened with New Orleans, because they were. I mean, I know it was early in the season, but they were 2-0, and they were the hottest team. And then we ended it, and then they just kept on losing.
Yeah, the Saints were the highest passing attack. They're averaging 40 points a game, and look what happened. You know what I mean? Even when we faced Washington the first time, they were. As soon as we beat them, it was his rib, Jaden Daniels, his ribs, his this, his that. He's a rookie. Blah blah blah.
I know.
I say this every stream as a joke, but I say it like if Jalen Hurts threw 4 or 5 picks in a game and still won a game, he'd still get disrespect. If the team kicked 4 or 5 field goals and threw a Hail Mary to win the game, he still wouldn't get respected. But these other teams are just, the glaze is just crazy. Even the Monday night game the Bills had a couple weeks ago, and Josh Allen threw for 3 touchdowns and had 3 rushing touchdowns, and they're still talking about him being MVP. It's just, but what didn't he do? He didn't win the fucking game. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this guy is, without him, I don't know where this team would be, man, without Hurts. And I think when Hurts is not on the field, when Kenny Pickett's on the field, it's not, the cadence isn't the same. The players have a different vibe when you're with a guy that doesn't give off a good vibe. Like, not that he's a bad vibe, but saying, like, just the intoxicating, like, we could do this type of vibe. And I don't think you have that when Kenny Pickett's on the field, honestly, because no one's really used to it. So
yeah. I think part of that, honestly, is just being an Eagles quarterback.
Oh yeah, of course.
A lot of that hate. McNabb did it and went through it. Hurts gone through in it. And this fucking jack offs at WIP and all that shit.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh my god, I can never understand why your own fucking media would try to burn you down. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Shout out to Xander's. Like, Xander is the only one that I probably like the most than all the other guys, to be honest with you. Other than that, I don't have any respect for anybody else, really. So
yeah, that's all I really wanted to say, man. And I appreciate you taking the time having me on, man.
Yeah, dude, no problem. I appreciate you coming in, man. We'll be doing more of these as closer to playoffs persists.
Hell yeah!
All right, man. All right, thanks so much, man. Thank you. We got a super chat from My Eagles. Says we doomed and Kenny Pickett is our quarterback. Man, look, we got to see what happens, man. You know, we got to see what happens. You know, now the Eagles already know. I think somebody said this earlier. I don't know who said it. Chris says, I believe Pickett can get it done. Pickett is playing in this game. It's not official yet, but I know Mike Garofalo put a tweet out saying that it's looking in the direction that Pickett will be starting on Sunday. So that's where we're headed right now with that news going forward. Okay. By the way, this stream is sponsored by BetUS, so go check out BetUS if you guys have it. Thank you so much. 193 to chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You like the stream. It helps out tremendously. Obviously, we already have a video out for tomorrow morning. We'll have streams. We'll have the shakedown is tomorrow. It's Saturday, right? It's freaking Saturday already? No, it's Thursday. Oh, shit. I streamed on the wrong day today. No, I didn't. No, I did. I streamed on the wrong fucking day. I was supposed to stream tomorrow. I thought today was Friday. Holy shit. I fucked up my days royally. But it's all right. It is what it is. We'll have the shakedown on Saturday, the same old that we usually have. But you know. Brown sugar. With the super chat, appreciate it so much. It says, hey, Joey, bless you and your family. Should we run the tush push with Barkley or just don't run the play at all until Hurts gets back? I don't think they're capable of even running it, to be honest with you. I don't think. Look, it's already enough. Like, they're not aggressive with Kenny. They didn't trust. I mean, that's a whole nother thing, guys. Like, that's a whole nother thing to our game. That's just when Jalen Hurts is not in. They don't trust Kenny Pickett on the tush push. They don't trust the Eagles going for it on 4th and short. I don't think there's any trust. I don't think this head coach got any trust in this quarterback doing it. So, yeah, it is Thursday. Yes. I usually stream on Fridays, Tuesdays and Fridays. Tuesday I didn't because of obviously Christmas Eve, which I wasn't going to do to everybody here. So, but it is what it is. Too much Christmas butterscotch rum. Yeah, I wish. I don't really drink too much at all, so I'm a loser. Yeah, so we'll do if anybody else wants to jump in. Oh, we have somebody else here. Okay, I didn't hear it. We have Akbat Muhammad. What's going on, man?
How are you doing today?
Fuck out of here. This fucking I'm not dealing with that motherfucker. Akbat Muhammad. There's no way that guy was fucking real. I kicked his ass out. What the fuck was that? I don't know what the hell was that. Oh my god. You don't trust anybody, bro. There's always gonna be that dude. That's not true. They went for it a few times. Well, yeah, when they had no choice, sure. But on a regular basis where like they just want to be consistent, like they normally don't. So they normally don't. Yeah, not saying they didn't go for it, but when they had to go for it and they had no choice, yes. All right, what's going on with my stream here? Are we good? I think we're good. Okay. Thank you for calling Dell Tech Support. That's what happens when you call fucking Microsoft. That's what happens all the damn time. And then you like call again. That's what happens. I just got spammed. I just got freaking spammed. Oh, this fucking shit. Always slowing down. I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing that, but it's doing that. For calling. All right, here we go. Sorry. My fucking stream, I have like so much shit open on my computer. Your McAfee is up. Alex says, Joey, you and 500 should do a live call-in too. Yeah, we do every week. We do like twice a week. Oh, a live call-in? Yeah, it's really up to him. I don't normally do these because I don't really trust people. That's why I don't do them at all for that reason. You know, I don't really trust it too much. That's why I don't normally do it too much. But how was your Christmas? It was good. It was good. Just chilled out. Anything for clicks, I guess. I mean, that was funny though. I was like, "There's no way I'm interviewing this fucking dude. There's no way it's happening." All right, so let's try to get more people in here. Let's try to do at least a couple more. Hope everyone's enjoyed themselves tonight. Dude, run a VPN like a normal person. Okay. Kenny said it's all right. All right, let's do another one. If I can get this thing working correctly. I enjoyed it. Thanks for chatting. Yeah, bro. Like I'm like, am I worried? It's just this fucking quarterback, and the way they're gonna use him this week is where I'm really worried, man. I mean, at least CeeDee Lamb's not playing in this fucking game where like he's gonna, he's gonna explode in the second half because our offense can't put points on the fucking board. But we need to get in and out of this game as fast as we possibly can. As fast as possible. And hopefully, we could do that because, John said this is going to be a tough game if Kenny Pickett throws picks. Yeah. I said in my live stream, literally, like, after he scored that touchdown, he finished off that series for Jalen Hurts. I was like, let's just make sure, that he, don't throw easy picks. Don't, and that's what he did. He threw to A.J. Brown, like, on that slant pass so much, they end up getting one on him, unfortunately. Yeah, Huntley is capable of running the offense. Neil says, thank you, come again. Yes, I don't think, like I said, like I thought the defense was off. I thought they were off like later in the game. Cabra Culture says JD5 the best QB in the division. Second best, maybe. What did JD5 do this year? I mean, who did he beat this year? I mean, realistically, who did he beat this year? I don't know, dude. Like, I'm not that type of fan, but realistically, like, if they beat the Ravens, beat the Steelers, beat all these other teams, then sure, like, he gets more flowers for it. But he did none of that this year. He beats the fucking Eagles, and he beats on 2, 3, 4 win teams. And these fucking commentators are just jerking off the whole fucking game, unfortunately. And that's what happened, man. Unfortunately. So anybody want to join in on the live on the live chat? It's open. Click that link up there. Click the link right here to join up. Carl said, "Did you hear what Eric Dickerson said about Saquon?" I did not. No. Was it good? Was it good? Was it bad? Corey says, hoping Pickett doesn't spam the A.J. Brown button and speak to... I'm actually... You know what? I was actually really... I mean, I like that he's comfortable. I understand that he... I actually really like that he's comfortable with him, so that's good. You know what I mean? I think that's a positive going to this game where he's very comfortable with him. Like I said, I thought he actually... I thought he showed up where it really mattered, man. I thought he did. And obviously, like, our receivers and Saquon Barkley dropped some balls in this game, unfortunately, He beat the Bengals, Eagles, and Bears when they were... Well, dude, we're not talking about early in the season. We're talking about as of recent, man. I don't get it. So if they used to be good and they're not good anymore, it means that they were a good team at the time. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. It's all right. I mean, they haven't even clinched a fucking playoff spot. Like they haven't clinched a playoff spot. They're gonna clinch a playoff spot, but they haven't clinched yet. They got to take care of business next week. They have a very desperate Falcons team right now they have to face. You know? Matt says the number with the 1 seed definitely gone, especially after the loss to Washington, because we would need to win out and have Lions lose twice and Vikings lose once. And I don't see. No, I don't care. I don't fucking care about the first seed. I do not care about the first seed. I honestly think this team can go into Detroit and beat them. I honestly do. I think what a lot of these teams, Washington is not used to being in the playoffs. They're not used to this atmosphere and all the marketing for it. The Lions aren't used to this much success and what they're going to be. This is all new to these other teams going to the playoffs. You know what I mean? Everything is new to these guys. What's going on, Kenny?
Hello.
What's up, Kenny?
What's up, Joey?
Yo, what's up?
What's up, man?
Chilling.
How you doing?
Good.
Oh, man. How's the day, man?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That game like for what the fuck was it? What's that?
I don't know what the hell that guy said. I have no idea what that kid was saying. So I have no idea. Not saying anything bad. Just saying I had no idea what he was saying that whole entire time. So that's where I'm at. Matt, I think round 3 with Washington will be a different outcome against us and promise they will not like it. Chris says any team could beat us now. Only need to do now is they can headhunt our quarterback and knock him out of the game, and then we're toast. Oh, I can't, dude. I can't. Yeah, my fucking. I don't even know. I don't know who that was. I couldn't understand what he was saying. I had no idea what he was saying. He was really loud. I don't know what he was saying. I have no idea. Rich says these calls are making me cry. I do these calls because I want to hear from everybody, but if anybody else wants to join in, if you've been kicked from the StreamYard, don't join back up because you're just gonna get kicked again. So you're just gonna get kicked. Diddy, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? And gentle hands, Joey like machete stat. Anybody get anybody get any Eagles Christmas gear for Christmas? Let me know. My computer's being really weird today. I gotta do some upgrades for this computer in the off season. 100%. 100%. So, all right. Well, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. I think we've kind of covered almost anything. I was gonna go on for another hour or two, but I think that's gonna be it. We'll have a video out tomorrow. We'll have a stream on Saturday. I'm having some technical difficulties as well because like my shit starts freezing up for some reason, and then it like unfreezes, and it's annoying. So I don't know what's going on at all. But all right, guys, you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I know I wish I could go a little bit longer, but I want to kind of make this a short one tonight. Video out tomorrow early in the morning as usual, and we'll be back. All right, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll have for the playoffs, me and Philly are working on some cool merch, some a really big promotion for you guys. I think you guys it's going to be a steal deal. So should be interesting. And can't wait to unveil that to you guys. All right. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you guys on the next one. And remember, shake, split up, follow, slide. Peace out, guys.